Recently, the Sri Lankan President Rajapaksa gave a statement regarding China. After the visit of Chinese delegation in Sri Lanka, the president denied the concerns that China has lured Sri Lanka into a debt trap. On the surface, this seems to be a normal statement, but due to the timing of statement and taking into concern the Sri Lankan situation, the statement seems to be not that straight. So in this video, we are going to analyze the same in next few minutes. So stick with us till the end of video to know the full details. But before that, make sure you have subscribed our channel. We bring you the analysis of many geopolitical issues and events in a detailed and simple manner. Also click that bell icon so that you never miss an update. Now coming to the main video, let's get started. It is a well-known Chinese strategy to lend the required money to those countries which are in need and then control their internal politics to get things off his interest. A prominent example of, of this strategy is Sri Lanka, where China made an influx of a huge amount of money in the name of development, and then it compelled the Sri Lankan administration to let their property on a long lease, to say precisely on a lease of 99 years. But what happened recently is crystal clearing that the Sri Lankan government is now pressed under the pile of Chinese loans and started dancing on Chinese fingers. Giving you briefing of the recent event, is last week the credit rating agency Moody's downgraded Sri Lanka's sovereign credit rating by 2 notches. It gave the statement that South Asian nation would be hard pressed to secure funding to service its huge foreign debt. Sri Lanka was pushed down from B2, that is high credit risk, to CAA1, that is very high credit risk. After that, a high-level Chinese delegation visited Sri Lanka. The visit comes amid the island nation struggling to boost its foreign reserves after its economy was hit hard by the pandemic. During the high-level talks, the two sides agreed to resume talks on a free trade agreement and expanded work on the proposed Hambantota industrial zone. The high-powered Chinese delegation was led by ruling Communist Party Politburo member and former Foreign Minister Yang Jiechi, who is a prominent diplomat of Beijing. Yang assured that China will firmly stand with Sri Lanka to protect its independence, sovereignty, and territorial integrity at the international fora, also including the UN Human Rights Council, and continue to assist the country in its developmental activities. After the delegation's visit, President Gotabaya Rajapaksa on Friday rejected concerns that China has lured Sri Lanka into a debt trap by financing the strategic southern port of Hambantota and said, "The project has a vast potential for generating income and employment opportunities." President hailed Beijing and expressed satisfaction over the current state of Sino-Sri Lanka relation. And he also said that China has been a long-standing friend who supported Sri Lanka irrespective of the government in power. Rajapaksa continued that constructing a port in Hambantota was an idea of Sri Lanka and not of China. After this, Rajapaksa quoted, "China extensively supported us to defeat terrorism." Bilateral relations reached a higher level following the end of the armed conflict, he said, referring to the nearly 30-year bloody conflict with the Leyte. He continued after that, China contributed to a number of large-scale industrial development projects. Hambantota Port, the Port City Project, Southern Expressway are some of these examples. We were convinced that it would be a project with a vast potential for generating income and employment opportunities, he said. China offered to fund it. Many geopolitical analysis interprets this project as a debt trap set up by China to gain control over Sri Lankan affairs. The president further continued that I want to prove that it is not the case and that this large scale project will help improve the living standards of people. So here Rajapaksa rejecting the claim that China is luring it into debt trap by taking Hambantota port on a lease of 99 years. Coming to our viewpoint, right now the Sri Lankan economy is struggling from a number of sides. Its foreign revenue mainly depends upon its tourism sector that has been hit very hard from the restrictions due to pandemic. Before moving forward, here let me tell you that the port of Hambantota is the same to which China had taken on the lease of 99 years after burdening the Lankan administration under its huge debt. Previous Maithripala Sirisena government handed over Hambantota port to a straight-run Chinese firm in 27, and he gave it on a lease of 99 years and the debt amount of US dollar 1.2 billions. China is also one of the biggest investors in various infrastructure projects in Sri Lanka. But there has been criticism both locally and internationally, and growing concerns that China has lured Sri Lanka into a debt trap. So as far as our viewpoint is concerned, there it is crystal clear to everyone that China is having a huge investment over there. and it is his duty to protect the money he has invested there on the name of development. Earlier, we have noticed that in case of Africa at the time of pandemic's beginning, when the whole world was in a sort of restriction, the African states pulled their hand to repay the Chinese debts, which they have taken on the name of development and consequently burdened them under the debris of Chinese capital, in the same way as Sri Lanka is going now. To be more precise, the current ruling Sri Lankan government had the prominent agenda of scrapping the foreign investments, which are altering their national integrity, and in this concern, West Chinese acquisition of Hambantota port agitated the Sri Lankan locals, and a number of protesters were also witnessed in all Lankan government strategy behind their handling of foreign money flux. Working regarding the same agenda, Lanka heeded to Indian administration to pull their investment from Lanka. Thus, India consequently scrapped the two projects to which he was decided to fund to not let China get an edge at the strategic points of Sri Lanka. So this was our analysis of the recent statement given by Sri Lankan President Rajapaksa. China has been doing same with the other small countries like Nepal and Pakistan, and Sri Lanka is also going on the same way. Let's see what happens from here. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy the video and like the video if you enjoy it, and comment your views on it. And make sure you have subscribed the channel and also click that bell icon. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Till then, goodbye.